I think we've got a lot of experience. We've got a lot of guys coming back from last year. We've got 6 seniors. We go pretty deep. We've got a lot of juniors that have played really well on JV for us that are going to be coming up for our varsity team. So.
For this team, what's going to be focus number one when you guys hit the practice court in about a week and a half?
Our focus is probably going to be our defense. We've got some guys that came in. Paul Foreman's one of them. They're going to have to learn our defense and our offensive motion. So that's what they're going to have to be learning. That's probably going to be our main focus.
And what do you guys take away from last season?
Just the fact that we've come so close to so many games last year. We're just going to have to figure out how to finish the game out.
With Paul coming in, you guys are going to have a little bit of height. I know with Tyler Aerosmith way back in the day, you guys have had height and played with height before, but how does that change what you guys do, and how does that maybe kind of spread the wealth offensively, having a guy like that in the middle for you?
It helps us out tremendously. We've been undersized for a long time now, about as long as I've been varsity, so having him being able to play middle is going to be able to let the guards and smaller guys go out farther on the three-point line to guard their shot, and then he'll be able to defend the middle. So.
Well, you're going to see a lot of experience back. We returned basically 4 starters from last year's team, and our leading scorer, Blake Gross, is back, averaged 15 a game, and we have Luke Lilmar's back. He averaged 5 rebounds a game. Bo Barkley's a 3-year starting point guard. So you see a lot of experience. I think you're going to see a team that is able to push the ball up the floor, really get the ball up and down the floor in transition. And then we added Paul Foreman. Paul Foreman played in homeschool last year. He averaged 20 points a game, 10 rebounds, and he is he just committed to Bethel. He's a really good player, and so I think you see a lot of experience, the ability for us to push the ball up down the floor, and real excited about where we're at.
Not a lot of smaller school programs have a guy like Paul where they can, a true center, especially a guy that can play center on the next level. How does that change the dynamic of what you do? How does that make things easier, perhaps, for guys on the perimeter?
Well, I think it's going to allow our guys to be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side of the ball with Paul back there to protect the basket. And so that's going to be a big issue right there. Can we extend our pressure a little bit maybe into the full court and do some things that we haven't been able to do in the past? And then I think the other thing is I think guys are going to feel much more confident in their ability to take the ball to the basket and then also shoot the three-point shot. So we're really excited. But I think the main thing is we've got to have an understanding that when we're out on that floor, we've got to realize that our number 1 and number 2 options are going to be Paul Foreman and Blake Gross. And as long as our guys understand that and our guys commit to playing really hard, I think we got a chance to be really good. We had a JV team that won 13 games last year. We'll be adding 3 guys that will be juniors this year that will be nice role players coming off the bench. So real excited about the opportunity in the conference, and then real excited about the postseason tournament as well.
Final question: what's priority number 1 for this Churubusco team when you roll out the balls in about a week and a half to practice?
Well, since we've never really played with Paul, and Paul's never really played with our guys, I think the biggest thing is just getting everybody acclimated to each other and how Paul's going to play, how our guys are going to play with him, and how we're going to have to mix everybody in together. I really think that we're going to be a team that when you see us in February, we're going to be a much better basketball team in February than what you're going to see right away in December, because they're going to really learn how to do that throughout this year. So there's a lot of excitement right now in Turtletown, and we're all fired up, ready to go.